What's up, guys? It's the Grand State Squatch here with Bolts, Bikes, Brims, and Briars. And I just wanted to talk about something real quick in case you guys have seen it. I've done a couple of videos with this. So this is the Sarlamaz K245C in stainless. And we're just going to make sure that that's clear. Okay, took the mag out, it's clear. And if you go on to my videos page, you could probably watch one of the shorts of me shooting this. And I do have a short little review in regards to this little pistola. I gotta say, this pistol really surprised me. Really surprised me. Now, you know, this Sarlamaz, whatever, which is a Turkish firearm, by the way. It is kind of like a CZ clone, mainly because if you can see here, the frame or the slide rides within the frame. Okay, if you can see that. So it's a little bit different than other guns. And I will say that because the slide here is a little bit thinner than the frame, it's a bit harder for my big hands to get on there to rack around. I've been able to get around it and deal with it. As you can see, it's a bit dirty. I haven't gotten around to cleaning it yet. But I gotta say, while I was shooting it, this thing was pretty nuts. So I think in my last video I told you this does not have a decock around here, so you have to be very careful. You know, when you pinch it, try to put the fat of your fingers, your skin of your fingers, between the hammer and the firing pin, and then get a good grip on it. Press the trigger slowly, bring it down. Okay, and then you're good. And now you're on double action only. Okay. But that pistol really shot well. And what I found interesting about it was that when you're shooting it, instead of, you know, getting that muzzle flip up like this, it was pushing back in a straight line. So it was much easier for me to get back on target when it was just going back in a straight line like this. Because when it flips up and goes down, now you're trying to figure out how to line up your sights again. And this one, it was very easy to just, I mean, the sights barely moved. Very easy to get back on target in very soft shooting. There were two videos I did, one where I shot this, and then another one where I shot the Staccato XC, which is like a $4,000 2011 platform. And that's in 9mm. This is in 45. And if you watch both of those videos, you can see that the Staccato actually had much more recoil and much more muzzle flip in the 9mm than this K245C did with a 45 cartridge, which is unheard of. 45 cartridge is much stronger than a 9mm. And, you know, yes, it's an all metal gun. It's all steel. It's not steel and aluminum. It's all steel, frame and slide steel. Very heavy, but which definitely helped. The 2011, I want to say it's a steel slide and maybe aluminum frame, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not as familiar with these Staccatos, only because they're very expensive. So, but yeah, for anybody looking for a nice 45 in double action, you know, I love 1911s, but they do make me nervous because the trigger is so very sensitive. And I'm just, I've been trained more on the double action pull than anything because I love my Beretta 92 FS. I just like DASA guns better than single action only. So I also don't like safety. So I don't want a safety on a gun. With this, you know, this does have a safety on it. You know, this is the safety, but you don't have to use the safety. Your safety could just be this really long and heavy, and by long and heavy, I mean long and heavy double action, you know, and that's, you know, that's good 10 or 12 pound pull right there. That's really bad. But it's safety, right? You're not going to accidentally pull a double action. So, but you can put it right back in single action, and it has a decent crisp pull on that single action, and it's very nice. It was very pleasant to shoot. These go for anywhere from $450 to $550. I'm sure you could even find them used for like $300. But they're worth the money as far as a budget gun goes. And you know, you guys know I'm a Bersa guy. I love Bersa. Bersa is considered a budget gun, whatever. I love the fact that this is a 45 with a 14 round capacity versus a 1911 that usually only has, you know, standard a 7 round capacity. You can get 8, 9, and 10 round magazines for it, but standard it's between 7 and 8 round mags. I know Wilson Combat makes 10 round mags, but you know, most of them are between 7 and 8. And single action, I like the fact that I can have a 14 round capacity and something that's a bit more compact, and it has a double action pull, so I have that safety without having to actually have the safety on. So if I needed to pull it, I could pull and immediately fire and not have to mess around with the safety. I just have to know that I've got that heavy first pull, which is something you have to train with. But you know, in a situation with your adrenaline is going, a 10-pound pull or an 8 to 12-pound pull is going to be nothing to someone who's in a state of adrenaline. So I'm pretty impressed with that. My Turkey has been making some pretty cool stuff. I mean, they've got the TSAS 1911s, which are really great. But yeah, the SAR Lamaz, or I just, for short, I just call it the SARS K2 45. I love the compact version better. It's extremely accurate. It shoots soft. It shoots straight back instead of having that muzzle flip. Just a great pistol, a great tool to have for self-defense. You know, a really fine tool. And I've been actually carrying this when I'm on the road. I do have a license to carry in New Hampshire, even though New Hampshire is a constitutional carry state. I do have a permit for reciprocity reasons, so that way I can carry in other states and not get in trouble. Whatever states I go through that don't have reciprocity, I just keep it locked up. And once I get to a state that does, I put it right on my hip. So without taking up too much of your time, just wanted to give you one last look at the SARS Lamaz K2, this Turkish sort of CZ clone, K2 45C, and the 45 cartridge. Stainless, very nice looking pistol. You can definitely get better sights for it, and you get a better trigger for it. There are some kits available out there, but just a great gun for the money, and I had a blast shooting this. So that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, Grant State Squatch here with bullets, bikes, brims, and briars. See you on the next one. Take care.